morning, folks. This is Deb Delapiana, and it's coffee time here. and, you know, I actually was not planning on making a video before work today. But I get so tired of the shit I see and the lines of crap I get from people. And, I'm tired of hearing about the New World Order, and I'm tired of hearing about, the Illuminati, and I'm sick and tired of all the unfounded, ridiculous character assassinations on social media. And I'm tired of one particular narrative. And that narrative is that the politicians are separating us, keeping us from uniting on the basis that we can all get together and unite under one common goal of helping the people. So I want to tell you that is a crock of shit. There is no politician keeping me from uniting with the right wing. I am keeping myself from uniting with the right wing. And the reason I cannot unite with the right wing is I can't compartmentalize their evil, their bigotry, their hatred, and their bullshit enough to work with them. We have no common goals. So I will tell you today, right now, before I set to work, getting shit done this morning, what it will take for me to unite with the right. And by the way, I'm sure they feel the same way about me. They would have me reject everything I'm about to say to you in order to unite with them. Okay? So what I'm basically saying to you is, this is an unworkable fucking situation. Let me tell you what it will take. The first thing that it will take is that every person in America right now has the same rights across the board as white men. Number one, first and foremost, human rights apply to everyone here. And let me get into the immigration thing right the fuck now. I am not a proponent of wide open borders. I have never been a proponent of wide open borders. I do believe that if we militarily are going to go in to another land and destroy it so that people cannot even live there anymore, that we owe those people a home here who had nothing to do with any of the shit that went on. The average person. And I don't care if they're Muslim or not, okay? Number two, for people who are currently in this country right the fuck now, no deportation. We find a path to citizenship for them, and they become U.S. citizens. Period. End of story. Number three, we then put together a workable immigration policy. A policy that allows a certain amount of people in, and then some people wait until the next year. That's the way it needs to be. And no, we don't need to take other people's criminals, racists, bigots. We are not the fucking welcome wagon. But we are also, and I will say this very emphatically, I don't want to live in a white nationalist nation. I like cultures. I like other people. I like people from other countries. I've learned a lot from a lot of those people over the course of my lifetime. I do not want to become fucking Nazi Germany. Nor do I think it's healthy for anyone to think that way. a workable immigration plan, unless there's something urgent, like I said, unless we're bombing the shit out of some country, or unless there's some kind of political upheaval that's going to make people, put their lives in danger. Then we need to respond to that shit. Okay? We need to respond. If we want to look like the world leader, we need to respond. This is a big fucking world. Okay? This isn't 1776 again. No matter what the right wing is telling you. Okay? Because if it were, we'd all be riding around on fucking horses, and the only weapons we'd all have are muskets. Maybe an occasional handgun. Maybe a long rifle. But certainly not AK-47s and AR-15s. I promise you. So, I'm going to read to you something off our old website, which is being revised. We were working on, as part of an effort, civil rights. Now, we're reworking all of the bulleted points on this thing because a lot of this was made at a time when we were talking about direct democracy. We are no longer proponents of direct democracy. I've said it a million times. We're not going back there. Not with the lot that we have living here right now and that has been empowered by the orange jackaloon. So I'm going to read to you the opening preamble of the rights portion of this website so that everyone understands what I'm talking about. And I'll translate for the stupid. Pay attention, this is important. All people are entitled to the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind. This includes, but is not limited to, race, sex, language, religious denomination or status, sexual orientation, gender identity, political or other opinions, economic status, national or social origin, property, birth, or any other status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory from which a person originates. Finally, these are rights that apply to every citizen. They are not to be made a subject of any referenda or initiatives unless they are being expanded. In other words, you can't pass legislation that takes away a woman's right to choose. Okay? You can't pass legislation that prevents people of color from voting. Okay? Nobody shall use this process to deny rights for any individual or group of individuals. What that means is you can't file legislation to stop transgender children from participating in sports because you know what? At the end of the fucking day, the kids don't have a problem with it. The fucking adults mess it up. And neither will any referenda that adversely affects the rights of an individual or group of individuals be considered. So what that means, in other words, don't waste your time writing bullshit legislation designed to take away rights from people. That's not going to work. We cannot unite on any other subjects until we have this. That means that, we don't go around bashing Asian people like Michelle Wu in Boston, who instituted safety measures for the public health and is now getting death threats because her people brought the coronavirus here. Nothing else matters in this country until we hit this basis. Because all that we have in this country right now, particularly from the GOP, is an effort to stop people of color, poor people, gays and lesbians and transgender people from going to the polls in 2022 and 2024 so that they can get power back. And what they want to do with that power is to use it to get back at the Democrats. Retribution, because that's what Donald Trump is all about. He's a whiny, sniveling little fucking baby. And his entire party has their head up his ass. There is no uniting with bigotry, hatred, racism, and vigilantism. I will not do it. And by the way, hate speech isn't free speech, and neither is medical misinformation. I cannot defend the free speech of a group of people whose sole reason for being is to oppress others. I can't unite with a group of people who use their rights to oppress other people's rights. Get it yet? Now shut the fuck up and leave me alone.